Game on! Welcome to another episode of Zero Ales and Hockey Tales with Wally. And today I am so excited to have on, again, a 15 and a 16-year-old from Cardiff, Wales and Sheffield, England. Between the two of them, they are playing for 12 teams this season. Both gals are mucking it up with the boys. One with the Cardiff Junior Devils in under 16, 18, and under 19. And she also sprinkles in some time with the Swindon Top Kittens, the Swindon Top Cats, and the Queen Bees. The other mucks it up with the boys in the NIHL 2 with the Sheffield Titans, under 18 with the Sheffield Steelhawks, also dabbles with the Women's Elite League with the Kingston Diamonds, and runs amok in the WNIHL with the B Diamonds. But they're better known for becoming gold medalists just last weekend with Team Great Britain in Latvia. Winning is fun, and GB is a Disney movie. Welcome back, Millie Thulbourne and Miley Draisey.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you very much.
So we tried to do this while you guys were at the tournament, eh? Got shut down.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sean was very quick to stop in that one.
Really, eh? He's not a shed guy, eh? He's not into it?
No.
I don't think it's that. I think it's all the sponsors we've got and everything.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wouldn't want to say anything wrong, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I was just trying to give you guys a shed boost, but I guess we already did that, right? Like last season, and now you guys are gold medalists.
Must be.
I'm just kidding. You guys went out and did that. So you guys went and done it, eh?
Yeah.
So it was round robin. I'll ask Millie. Round robin format. You play every team once?
Yes, you do, yeah.
So how many games?
Played 5 games, I believe.
Okay. Miley, do you remember which countries were there?
Latvia.
Because you were there. Yeah.
Yeah. Kazakhstan, Chinese Taipei, New Zealand, and the Netherlands.
Really? Thinking of hockey countries, I would think Kazakhstan would be in a higher division, but perhaps they don't have many gals playing.
They were pretty good.
Yeah. What was that score?
3-1.
3-1. So then, did you guys go into the final game needing to win it?
No.
You'd already won?
Yeah, we beat Latvia. So us and Latvia were like undefeated, so we kind of knew the winner of that took it all.
When was that game? What game was that? The 4th?
It was game 4.
Yeah, the 4th game.
So you beat the home team to win it.
Yeah.
That's fun, eh?
Yeah.
I believe that's called running amok.
It is, yeah.
So speaking of you guys winning, I am back in the hockey game and coaching under 13 boys. And, well, my boys gave her their all weekend. And it was this international silver stick finals. So we were playing all the other champions. And we made it to the finals. And the boys played their hearts out. In the semis, we had to win a triple overtime game to make it to the finals. And it was basically, we played 2 hockey games in the morning. And the boys gave it everything they had. Like, some of them looked wiped at the end of it because they gave her everything to get through that. And then we go to the finals. And the other team had got a bye because of goals for and against or whatever. And so they get a bye. So they wait around all day Sunday till 3 o'clock to play us. Well, we had just played 6 periods. Yes, I'm making excuses, but my boys gave it everything they had. And we had just lost too much gas in the morning. And we were right there with this team, had just as many chances. Then hear this story. My parents got into it with a ref that wasn't even official. A couple dads got into an argument with a ref that was watching our game that wasn't reffing. And he said to the dad, "You just wait until I see you tomorrow." And he reffed the finals, and it was 2-0. And I warned the tournament about what he said. It was 2-0 with like 6 minutes left. Kid on their team takes a shot, hits my goalie in the mask and hits the crossbar and goes into the corner. And everybody keeps playing. Not one kid on their team celebrated. And you know, if you shoot that puck, you know if it went in, right?
Yeah.
And the kid never celebrated. Everybody kept playing. And then like 2 seconds later, the ref blows the whistle and says, "Goal." And then our tournament was over.
How does that one work then?
Yeah.
That's not hockey, is it?
No.
No.
2 minutes after. That's wild.
No, like not 2 minutes, 2 seconds. Like the play
Oh,
kept
right, okay.
going and everybody chased it into the corner. And then he blows
Yeah.
his whistle and he's like, that's a goal. And it's like,
Nah.
No
I'm not
way.
even allowed to argue in minor hockey or then I get kicked out. And I'm like, so you're telling me you just screwed my boys and we were right in this hockey game and now it's done. And you just changed that.
Yeah, no way.
That's awful. Cool.
He was the
No.
only person in the arena that thought it went in the net.
It's not even that. If it's hit your goalie in the face, isn't that an automatic stop?
Not in Canada.
Is it not?
No, we keep playing.
Fair enough. Never mind then.
But that is a rule in Europe, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anywho, it was really tough. But we had a fun weekend. So anyways, it does suck. And then they gave us this trophy. I don't know how many second place trophies I have, you know? They gave us like a really big trophy for second place, and like the boys did win a lot of hockey games to get to that final. So it's up there, but it's weird.
It's
Yeah.
not good coming second. It's just next season you'll get the gold.
Right. But the tough part about this stuff, coaching kids, is these age groups never happen again. Right now we're 2 age groups together. Next year they're switching it to 1 age group together. So then it'd be a whole different team. And then if my son goes elsewhere to play, maybe AAA some next year, then we never play with these kids again. And like I told him before the game, I'm like, you get one shot at these games, you know? And you either win or you lose. And they gave it everything they had. And we were hitting posts, we had empty nets, and it just didn't go in for us that day. And it stunk, you know? But I was a very proud coach, you know?
Yeah, if your players are giving everything, you can't ask for much else.
No. And to see how upset they were and how angry they were the last few minutes when it was done. And you know, there were guys. I went to every one of them after the game and said, "Let's just win all Ontario now." But the devastation in their eyes is just tough to take as a coach, you know. But that's when you know they care.
Yeah.
Anywho, Millie, I heard you were a really good singer at the tournament.
Oh.
I was something else.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I heard you won like top singer.
Yeah, I got we did like messing about awards and I got the best singer one.
What were you singing?
Just the national anthem. I was just very passionate.
Like at the end of the game when you guys win?
Yeah.
You were just singing your heart out on the ice?
Yeah, you may as well. I mean, we're playing for the country. We've won it for the country, so
that makes sense.
You may as well sing it as well.
Right.
Baseball.
And Miley, you know, I did get a photo sent to me from your dad. And I just wrote back, wow, that's hockey. Your dads were dressed up pretty nice for the game, eh?
Yeah, they decided to surprise us and they were both stuff like that. So
I thought it was really hockey and they were having fun at a hockey arena. And I think that's when you usually win, right?
Yeah.
Well, they're pretty convinced they're the reason we won. So,
well, give them a little bit of credit because you know what? You guys have got to go chase your dreams and got to be there. And it's probably from mom and dad.
Yeah.
You know how expensive this shit is? Seriously. But can you explain what their outfits looked like?
I don't even know.
A suit and like loads of GB flags just all on it, basically.
And like a top hat, right?
Oh yeah, I didn't really know what that was about, to be honest.
I'm curious where they got those hats. They were nice.
Probably Amazon.
From Amazon, yeah.
Another fun photo that I've been sent with your dad is the 2 Ales and Hockey Tales hoodies when Dylan Bath came to support you guys and met you guys, right?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool when I can see people wearing a 2 Ales and Hockey Tales hoodie in the UK at a hockey game, you know?
My dad rarely goes without it.
Oh, really? God, I love that. Yeah. He's got to start sending me more photos of him wearing it. So then I can show people that people actually listen. But yeah, I really like that they support me. And anywho, so what under 18? What do you guys do after you win a gold medal?
Cry a lot.
Hmm.
There was a lot of crying,
A
yeah.
lot of crying.
Crying. So you guys had happy tears, and my team had sad tears. That's hockey, I guess, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm. So then
Well,
after you're done crying,
yeah, we didn't really do much that night we went against Latvia. We just went back because it was quite a late game. So we had food and then we kind of just were all knackered, so we went to sleep. But the day after, we
after
had a bit
you
of a
knew,
party. Yeah,
yeah, a bit of a party, eh?
a
Yeah.
bit of a party.
Bit of a party.
We almost got kicked out of our hotel, pretty much.
I understand. After the Cardiff Devils won the Challenge Cup in 2015, we promptly got the Devils banned from that hotel forever.
Oh,
Nice.
Yes, we didn't mean to, but winning is fun.
winning
Women is
is
very fun. Very
Mhm.
fun.
So what were you guys doing at the hotel to almost get kicked out? Dance parties, mini hockey? What were we doing?
dance party.
Yeah.
I was on the
Singing.
mic again. I was singing.
You were singing?
Oh yeah.
What what we did at the hotel, because I tried to make it like fun and like kind of like a family, like a hockey family. I got into muoffs, and there was another there was there was another team in the hotel from Sturgeon Lake, and they were in the same lobby as us because it was the place to hang out. There was nowhere else in the hotel, so we were all there together. So I got to know them and got to know their coach and stuff. But they were in the division below, so we didn't play each other. So I could be friends with them during the tournament. So the first night I was trying to explain what muoffs were, and got down on all fours with Mother from Sturgeon Lake, and we had a muoff, and and it was funny, but I started mooing at her, and I could see it in her eyes that she was never gonna break. You know, she had me. There's no way I was gonna beat her in a muoff. She was right in my kitchen. And I lost. But then I thought it brought the two teams together, because then the next night in the hotel, a dad from the other team came up to me and said, "Thank you so much for the muoff last night. I have never seen anything like that in my life, and I really appreciated watching it."
Oh,
So then I ended up back in the Sturgeon Lake room with their whole hockey family, and I was like hanging out with their team too. It's fun meeting people playing hockey, isn't it?
it is. Yeah, you make some special bonds, definitely.
So when you're in Latvia, what's the food like?
The same every day.
Every day.
Are you just eating in the hotel chicken and pasta and rice, maybe?
How did you know?
Because
And
every
potatoes.
hockey team does that.
Quite a lot of potato as well.
Yeah,
Mm.
potatoes.
Probably mixed in a salad for you, just in case.
No, not really.
Really?
Potatoes.
It wasn't horrible. It was just like the same stuff over and over again.
Very
blah.
repetitive.
Yeah.
Was it always at the hotel?
Yeah.
Yeah. Going to like a Latvian restaurant would have been fun, right?
I went to a Latvian McDonald's. That was quite nice.
You know what? McDonald's in Europe are way better than North America. Canada's are better than USA's. When you've traveled around, you get to know some McDonald's around the world. And Europe has high-end McDonald's. Like
Yeah.
they're like clean and
Clean.
clean. They're like a clean restaurant, and it's like nicer than over here. Anywho. So Miley, you're on like 7 teams this year?
8.
8. How does that work?
When there's a clash like with other teams, I kind of like pick which one's going to be the best for me that day and play for them.
And these teams are all willing for you to do that?
Yeah, pretty much.
You must be playing well then. Because like for me, I want my team to be a team, and I want the same players there every time.
Yeah, well,
It's just different over there, I guess, eh?
yeah.
Different landscape.
I don't think there's too many clashes this season though, to be honest.
So how many nights a week do you have hockey between 8 teams?
Well, they're kind of all on the same day, so I just pick Cardiff, and that's 2 days a week.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you're on 3 Cardiff Devil teams,
Mhm.
all with boys.
Yeah.
So you're playing against boys like 3 years older than you?
Yeah.
4.
4. Yeah.
4. Is this contact?
Yeah.
How's that go?
They tend to stay away from me,
Yeah,
thankfully. But
yeah. I've seen you out there in practice, right? When I came for Josh Batch's testimonial, I got to see you practice, and I don't think you're gonna have a problem with the contact. And the pictures I see of you now, then when I went to see you at Batchy's, is as a hockey player, you look fitter and faster.
yeah,
You
I'll
know?
take that. I'll take that.
Well, is it true?
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Yes, I agree. But anyways, it was nice meeting you in person, right?
Yeah, well, yeah,
Did you know that Joey Martin is having a testimonial June 14th?
I did, and I will be there.
Isn't he your favorite player?
Yep.
hmm So, I don't have they started announcing if players are coming or not yet?
No, I don't think so.
He should probably get on that, eh?
Yeah, not too long away.
Right. I'm guessing whoever is there would probably have a lot of fun all weekend, right?
Yeah, yeah,
hmm
it'll be good.
It will be good. Or if I was going, but
Right.
right. Millie, who's your favorite player?
Well, it was Colt King,
Oh,
but
right. I think I asked you that last time.
yeah. So that's why I'm number 45, because of Colt King.
Thought you were number 14.
That's for GB.
Ah, so
Yeah.
and you're on how many teams?
I don't know. But I lose count quite often.
You guys are doing it so different than we're doing it.
I play for 2 different boys teams, 2 different girls teams. So like, and then I play roller as well. So like
You play
6
roller
weeks.
in the winter?
No, roller here is all year round. It's
Yeah.
different to yeah, over there.
Yeah.
Very much.
Actually I was a huge roller hockey guy. That's what I was into. Once I was probably 13 years old and then up to I left junior hockey in the middle of the season to go to Las Vegas to play in a roller hockey tournament. When I was trying to get a scholarship in ice hockey, I left for a week to go to Vegas to play in a roller hockey tournament. I don't think that happens anymore around Canada, you know?
Yeah.
Probably not.
But now, like, I live like out there, rural Ontario, and there's no roller hockey around. I would have loved to get my kid into roller hockey and him pursue that because I think you see the ice differently when you're four
Yeah,
on
you
four
do.
and you learn how to find 2-on-1s around the ice or floor, I guess. But there's nothing around here, so yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah. Well, there's not many towns around here, just little ones, and they're not playing roller hockey.
Yeah, I started roller before ice, and then I went to State Wars.
State Wars, what's that?
It's like I think it's the biggest roller tournament in like the world. I went
Oh,
in 2017 and we won gold there.
you're a
And
winner.
I was playing up. I think it was like 3 years I was playing up.
The last roller hockey championship I won, I was at Western Michigan University, and our ice hockey didn't go that well one year. We were losing, and it wasn't that much fun. Our coach didn't like us very much. We decided to go play roller hockey a couple tournaments in the summer. We just did a qualifier tournament to make it to the final one. Then we went to Florida to play in the Narch finals, and it was 4 guys from Western Michigan, then 5 guys from guys they knew that played. And we went there and won it all. And then, we won a championship. And then we got to stay in the Longy Kai in Fort Myers, and we had fun that night.
Yeah, I've always wanted to go to Notch.
Yeah. Yeah. Winning it with some of your brothers from school, memory for life. And then you get to go party on the beach.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
It was. Yeah. Anywho, I want to talk to you. You playing with boys in the NIHL 2. Is that the Cardiff Canucks League?
Yes, yeah, it is.
Do you play them?
No, so it's like split. I think it's split into north and south.
Oh,
So if we made playoffs, we'd be playing, but we're not good enough for playoffs. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, because have you seen their jerseys?
Yeah, they're so nice.
Oh man, have you seen the logo on the shoulder?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Two Ales and
Yeah.
Hockey Tails on every jersey. And then like I see kids are buying them and like fans are buying them and every jersey has my logo on it. I didn't even have to pay them. Well, it was Hendo. He did it for free because he's my brother and like my best friend. And he put the logo on every jersey just for fun. And he lets all the fans in for free. What a guy. But Miley, have you heard of the Cardiff Lady Canucks?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Are you in that age bracket?
I am. Well, I am, yeah. But I don't know if I'm gonna go or not. I'm not sure yet. I'm gonna trial,
Right.
but I'm not sure if I'm gonna go just yet.
Right. Well, it would be probably a bunch of money again for your parents.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, traveling from the UK to North America is expensive. That's why, like, if I was invited to Joey Martin's testimonial, I'll finally know what to do with these two Ales and Hockey Tails jerseys that I made and haven't done anything with. Might have some raffles to try and get myself over there, you know?
Yeah.
Probably a good idea, right? Like, what if I raffled a Martin 88 two Ales and Hockey Tails jersey? Hopefully I could sell some tickets and then that could help me get over there. Because minor hockey is expensive for me too. Yeah. So Millie, have you heard of the Cardiff Lady Canucks?
I have, yeah.
Okay. You're from Sheffield. Is that anything that interests you?
It is. It's just obviously like just the travel and stuff.
I understand. Um, I think last time we talked, you were hoping to do NCAA, maybe someday.
Sorry, that's my cat.
That's okay. Big tail.
Yeah, well, it's always been a dream, obviously, to go further in hockey. So
Right. And you like, where is there options in the UK? Because I might have been messaging with a fella in the UK that said after U18, there's like only the women's team GB and there's no step in between. Like say
no,
under 20, like the World Juniors that the boys have, that those kids are getting older and getting closer to pro. And
yeah.
and like to not have anything in between doesn't make a lot of sense, does it?
Nah, we should have an under 20s.
Yeah.
Well, you're right, because like you'd just be 17 and then there's nothing until the women's and like they can be grown-ups.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, there's a big bridge there.
Right. So maybe somebody should look into fixing that, right?
I agree.
Mm-hmm. I actually just saw on my device that the Team GB women's head coach is done. They're looking for a new coach, eh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Hmm. Anywho, um, so this Ruby Newlands, she had a
Oh, she's
tournament, eh?
good. She's
Yeah.
good.
she's unreal.
She is good.
Scottish gal, eh?
Yeah, yeah.
Can you guys understand her?
Hardly.
I can understand her more than some of the other Scottish girls on the team.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I had never been to Scotland, and well, I had never had Twitter before until Todd Kelman said it's good for branding and getting our name out there and engaging with fans. So I got it because the boss man said to. And then I found out I kind of enjoyed it. And I went to Scotland for the first time and I tweeted something like, I thought the Welsh were hard to understand. I can't understand a lick of what these Scottish people are saying. And then all of a sudden, when I was in Scotland, we were playing Glasgow that night. Like, kind of people got to it, and their fans were writing to me. And I was like, "I'm sorry, I didn't mean anything by it. I just actually couldn't understand you. I wasn't trying to be mean. I just actually couldn't understand you." But anywho, that gal played 5 games, had 5 goals and 13 points. Eh?
Yeah, she's something different, Ruby.
She's something else, yeah.
And I think I saw she like might have already getting a chance on the women's team.
Yeah.
She's been playing in there for like 3 years now.
Holy moly, eh?
Yeah.
It's nice on a team when you have players like that, eh?
Yeah, she's someone I
Then
look up to, definitely.
You should have seen my captain this weekend. Holy moly. Brady Collins. I can't say enough about this kid. He scored like most of our goals, or his line did, for the first two games. And then we lost our third game in the round robin, um, to the same team that beat us in the finals that I want to play again really bad. But anyways, my post, no, one of my speeches was, um, you guys can't wait around for him to do everything. Like, we need everybody. If we're going to win a tournament, you're not waiting for him to do it, and you're not just watching him play. Like, you guys all need to go out there and get her done. And they did, and they responded. And then the other lines were scoring, and it was nice to see, you know? But when you
yeah.
have those players, sometimes I remember, like, guys can just start kind of waiting for them to do it, you know? I don't know if you guys have seen that yet, but you guys obviously didn't do that because you guys won. Millie, I saw something about you winning an award.
Yeah, so I got the supporters club player of the tournament
Well,
award.
that's pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah, do you want to see the trophy? I've got it here.
Trophies are fun.
Yeah, I'll show you. Donna, you're gonna have to get down a sec.
I actually have one more fun trophy story from the weekend. Oh wow, that's a nice trophy.
Oh, you
Look at
can't read it. You can't see it. It says GB Supporters Club Player of the Tournament, and then obviously like the division and the date and where it was on it.
that's really cool. That's a really nice trophy. You should hold on to that one.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna.
What's weird for like the stuff I have in the back, you can't see them, but like I have all the medals from the years, and the German medal I won when we won the championship in Germany. All I have is the strap. It's like the German
Oh.
colors of the flag, but no medal. I don't know. The parade got away from me. But for my Muoff tournament, we had a kids Muoff tournament. And a bunch of my boys participated. And then, well, there was one other person that wanted to participate, and it was a gal from Sturgeon Lake, the team I had met. And she had heard about the Muoffs and says, "Can I play against your boys?" And I said, "Absolutely, you can. That's hockey." And she was like the same age, and she's also a hockey player, Maddie. She's my buddy, but she beat all my boys. They couldn't take it seriously moving at a girl. And then it went down to the finals, and it was my son against Maddie. And I tell you, they mooed and mooed, and nobody was going to break until he just gave out a little grin. And then my Muoff trophy I'd made from a cowbell, or it was a medal actually with a chain. Maddie won and took back to Sturgeon Lake, you know? And it's tough because the Muoff trophy never came back to Kincardine, or the silver stick. I guess the second place one did, right? What are you gonna do? But trophies are fun to win, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
That Maddie girl came to our game in the finals to watch and had her Canucks cowbell and was cheering us on with her cowbell. And I thought it was so hockey. Okay. Let's see here. What was the barn like over there, Miley?
It was pretty average, I would say. There was like 3 rinks, and there was like one we practiced on. One we didn't even see. I didn't even see it, but it was there. And then yeah, so we had one that we practiced on. There was no seats in there. And then
Right.
it was like the main rink, and it had like seats up there and then seats up there, like behind the benches. But there was nothing like to the sides.
I understand playing hockey in I guess you call it a bowl, where the seats go all the way around. That's
Yeah.
way better than when the seats are on one side of the arena.
Yeah.
But I'm not used to. I guess every rink I coach in, usually there's nobody behind me. It's just a wall,
Oh.
right? Like, I'm usually not in a bowl where there's people behind me. Not in small town Ontario, at least. You know. Okay. let's see here. What else do I got to talk about? You guys do like my shirt though, right?
Yeah.
I love it.
Yes. I think it's pretty neat watching the men's team B team do what they do, and that Mark Richardson, one of their captains and my former teammate, gave me this when I went over for a testimonial, and I have this, and I have GB pants to coach in, and I also have a white one of these, and I think it's so neat that I can feel a part of it, even though I've never played for Team GB. It's just that my friends do, and then I see what you gals do. They should probably make this Disney movie about Great Britain hockey, and
When's it happening?
I think
don't-
we should, yeah.
Soon.
well, I mean, you guys have now written a chapter in that book, haven't you?
Absolutely.
Uh-huh. So, what division were you in, and what are you going to?
We was
2A.
Div
Yeah.
2A.
2A, and then we're going to 1B.
So, is that second from the top or third from the top?
Third,
Second, third.
third from the top.
Well, it's like what the men's did, right? Winning back-to-back golds and then getting to play in the top group against Canada and the USA. That's nuts, eh?
Pretty
Yeah.
sick.
Yeah. And I guess like where's the women's at? What's their team like?
I think they're in, I don't know, 1B maybe?
Yeah, I don't know what they're in, but I just know it's a very strong team. Very
Yeah.
well gelled together.
And they've probably played together for a while, and then you got to
Yeah.
really do something to break in.
Yeah.
That is it.
Hopefully, they used to call it the old boys club. Hopefully, it's not the old women's club. Because you guys seem like you're on your way there.
I'd like to think so.
Hope so, yeah.
Right. Well, when you're winning gold in under 18 and there's no step in between, what else do you want you to do? Just thinking out loud again, right? But Team Great Britain, my teammates that play for that team, and then the guys I played against and mucked it up against around the league that I knew played for Team Great Britain, and then like I have respect for the guys that muck it up out there and play hard, like Jono and Dowdy. And then I would watch their games while I was doing my MBA in Cardiff, and they were in like the third division, and they didn't win that year. And then the next year they win and go up. But like seeing them on TV and they'd show them behind the scenes a bit, like in the locker room, like they have one of the best team cultures I've ever seen, or they did back then when they vaulted their way to the top. And I think they obviously still do with Dowdy and Richie and the boys being the captains. And I'm learning from Jono and Matthew Myers. But what's the gals culture like, Millie?
Immense.
About the same as the men's, eh?
Immense.
Yeah, I saw it in the pictures. You guys like each other, eh?
Yeah, it's probably one of the best teams I've played on in terms of like saying we've never really trained as a full squad. I think we only had like one official training session before flying out. We just all glued together, like we played normal together, and it was just a really nice like changing room and a really good bunch of girls to play with.
So when you only have one training session, as you guys call it over there, and I call it practice,
Yeah.
what did you guys do in that practice? A lot of system stuff, I'm guessing?
Yeah, we did. We started looking at the systems, but obviously we flew out early for like a pre-camp, so it was more of like
Practicing there.
yeah, we did most through we like the other ones we obviously did do stuff in it, but it was more like the broader squad, and then the team that went was the last like training session before going, and then the pre-camp before.
Right. So there were still cuts to make when you were in the UK, is that right? Or when
Yeah.
did you guys find out you made the team? That was a
December?
while ago, eh? I remember seeing it when it happened.
Yeah, like late November, I think.
Okay. Millie, what's your favorite drill in practice? Because I really like coaching, and I like to know what people like.
I really enjoy doing it Team Canada.
Do
Mm.
you, eh?
Yeah, I love that drill. It's just so good. I just can't.
It's good when people do it right.
Yeah.
They better pass it on the tape, you know? or handle it. You know?
Yeah.
Because when that drill, when the passes aren't on and the pucks are going places, you're like,
It's too messy.
yeah, then that's not a good start to practice.
No.
No, but I guess you find out if people are into it or not. You guys are on a bunch of teams. I'm helping coach 3 teams this year. So my under 13 boys are my team. And then I help my daughter's team with practices. And then the senior team, the Ripley Wolves, asked me to help out. The head coach did. Um, and it's been really fun. And they started out 18-0. This weekend when I was gone to the tournament, they lost both games. They finished the regular season 18-2. They only had to win 2 more and we would have been 20-0. I haven't even heard of that before.
It's because you weren't there. You didn't give them the boost.
Yeah, it's because you
Crocs weren't there, but I lost with the Crocs on. My Crocs coaching behind the bench are 35, 4, and 3.
Wow.
Why'd you know that?
Because that's when I started wearing the Crocs because we just lost 2 games in a row. And I was like, then we went on a heater. I was like, oh, this is pretty neat. And then I was coaching 2 teams and they were both winning. I'm like, wow, this is cool. I'm going to keep wearing the Crocs.
Fair enough.
But I do have a funny story about the Crocs this weekend was, well, I got a couple stories, but I put my net on before every game, like I'm getting ready for war. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm putting the net on. It became like my tradition. And then this Zamboni driver, she was really lovely. She said, please let the staff do that next time when I'm at this arena. I'm like, pardon me? I'm like, I do this every time. She's like, no, you don't. I'm like, oh. So then I put my net on. We won the game. And then I got back to the hotel. And I got an email from the tournament saying the township has complained about your coaching staff putting on their net. And I was like,
No
wow,
way.
wow, people have a lot of big problems in the world.
Yeah.
So the next game, I asked the arena guy if I could put my net on because they said it was requested. They didn't say mandatory. I asked the arena guy, can I put my net on? And he says, yeah, go for it. I just have to do one net. I don't have to do both. I'm like, that's correct. I'll put my own net on. He said, oh, absolutely. Like every other arena I've been to. So I put my net on and then I get to the finals and they bring in my captains and the coaches and then the other team's captains and coaches to like tell us how it's all going to work. And like the players are coming out with a spotlight on and this and that. And then the guy said to me, he's like, so I heard about you putting your net on. I'm like, or I think I brought it up. And I'm like, hey, so if I got a helmet, can I put my net on? And he's like, oh, I'm like, it's my thing. I do it every game. He's like, okay, well, like, why don't we go talk to the arena staff? And I got to talk to that nice Zamboni driver. And I said, I do it every game. Do you have a helmet and I can put my net on? And she goes, yeah, I'll give you a helmet. And then yes, you can put your net on. So I put my helmet on, I go put my net on. And then in between the second and third and the flood, I go put my net on with my helmet on. And that same ref came up to me and said, why are you putting your net on? And I said, I do it every game. And he said, why isn't the staff doing it? And I said, I asked them if I could. And they said, if I wore a helmet, I could. He goes, and then he was like mad. And I'm like, what's this? And then it's that same ref that then later that game called a goal that wasn't a goal. But anyhow, yeah. But of my Crocs, we were 2-1 and felt like we needed to win our 4th game of the round robin. So my pregame speech right before the game, I walked in and I take a table every time I go to the game. I bring in a table and that's where they can tape their sticks or whatever. And it's got our logos on it. It was sitting in the middle of the room. And I just like looked around at every kid's eyes and they all looked at me. I didn't say anything. And then I yelled, it's effing go time. And I kicked the table like as hard as I could. And it flipped over. And the boys all went, ah! And they got up and went out. And they were up 3-0 after the first. And I was like, oh, this kick of the table thing's a thing. So then the boys wouldn't pick up the table. They left it flipped over and we weren't allowed to pick it up till after the game. And then the next game, boys were asking me like, can you kick the table again? And then when I went in, they had moved the speaker, they had moved whatever. So that I tried to do it again. And I got so wound up, I overkicked and went over the table, and my crock went flying in the air. So then I had to like hip check the table over. Anyways, we got through it, won that game. But then I feel like they knew what was coming, and they like wanted me to kick it in the finals again because it was working, which makes sense because that's hockey. So then I kicked it again. But yeah, it was interesting doing that and how it went. But the first time I did it, the boys were it was yeah, a couple dads were like, "Hey, heard about your pregame speech today."
Whatever gets you going.
Yeah. So what were Team Great Britain's pregame speeches like? Anybody kicking tables over?
No.
No.
Not kicking tables, no.
Somebody says like the starting lineup.
No, we don't actually do that.
No. I
That's
think we
like what
should.
every hockey team does now, right? And it's like that's not a pregame speech. That's just saying who's starting.
Yeah.
No,
We
we
should have that
didn't do that.
ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did they get you all pumped up before?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. They wouldn't swear, would they?
No.
I don't either. So anywho, Miley, what are your hockey aspirations?
What does that mean?
I don't know. What do you want to do in the sport? What are
Oh,
the goal?
right.
Do
Okay.
you have a goal? Does it
Um,
make the Team GB women's, or like what are we going for?
yeah, that's up there. I feel like that goes without saying though. Obviously want to play in the Olympics from like
Oh,
one day.
yeah, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
I want to move to North America. I want to like play out. Like I don't want to be in the UK anymore. I just want to like get out and get better. But it all comes down to like money again, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Or yeah, and like if people start seeing you guys now that you move up another division, like I don't
Yeah.
know, I like the women's hockey has grown so much with this pro league.
Yeah.
You got to think at some point that somebody is going to pay attention to the players in other countries if they're really trying to build the best teams possible.
You'd
I
like
hope
to
so.
think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like you like I guess that's what happened in men's hockey, right? The NHL used to be all North Americans, and then they realized there was players elsewhere. Maybe they should do that in women's hockey now.
Hopefully so.
The
Yeah.
world's a lot smaller now, right? Okay. Anywho. Miley, have you ever told me why you wear number 79 and not 88 for the GOAT?
I think I have. When I first joined, I obviously wanted 88 because of Joey, but someone had it like that was like one age group up. So if I were to play up, we couldn't have had the same number.
Right.
So, and then 79 is because my birth month is July, which is the seventh month, and then I was born in 2009. So I
So
just put them together.
yeah, you thought about it. So the way we know each other is I found out there Raheem was in Cardiff
Yeah.
years later after meeting him at the Cardiff Devils bowling night when my son was like 3 and he was 4 and we were in the same lane and met that night. I find out doing the podcast years later that he's wearing number 18 and playing with you, and then you guys are winning trophies and you're his captain. And his dad wrote to me that my number 18, one of my favorite players in the world, has quit hockey.
Yeah.
What's that little punk up to now then?
I don't know. I think he's like football and basketball. I'm not entirely sure, but
So when the dad sent me that message, because I had seen him the year before at that practice and
yeah.
you and saw you guys lifting trophies, and he was having a hoot playing hockey, loving it.
Yeah.
I don't know who his coach was the next year, but I heard that I said when I got a message like that, and the kid that wears 18 because of me is quitting hockey, and I just seen him loving it. I said, let me guess, coaching thing. And he said, yes, exactly. This happened and that happened throughout the year, and it took his love away from the game. And you know how pissed off I was over here?
Gonna guess pretty.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Uh-huh. Just, you know, I want kids to have fun playing hockey and enjoy it. because then they like it, and then they'll go home and practice. And if they didn't like going to the rink, then they're going to go home and say, that wasn't fun. Why am I going back?
Exactly.
Anyways, Miley, what's your favorite drill in practice? You can't say Canada Cup.
We have at GB we have this drill called Coyote. I don't know if you've heard of that.
I've never heard. Well, people call the same drill different names, but
you
what's the
probably have.
Coyote?
Yeah, you've probably seen the drill. So the D are in the middle, and then they're like on each red. So they split the D, and then the forwards are in like opposite corners. And then the D will take off. I'm just going to do this from one side. The D will take off. They'll pass down to the forward. Couple passes until the far blue. And then a second forward goes down the other side. The D carries the puck, passes over, and then there's already 2 shots down the other end. So I'm saying this as like a D perspective. And then the coach from the other corner passes the puck up, and then you walk the blue and take a shot.
So you went from the red line.
Yeah.
You passed it to the forward in the corner.
Yeah.
A couple times.
Couple times.
You're going forwards. Towards them from the red line. You're going forwards.
Yeah, and then you pivot backwards.
And then they come with you up to the blue line, pass it back and forth.
Yeah.
And then the forward goes in and shoots?
Goes in and shoots the other side, but they're not part of your drill anymore. And then you pass over to F2 coming down the wing.
Oh.
And then they shoot on the other side where the F1's already taken a shot. Mm-hmm. And then a coach passes up to you and you walk the blue and shoot.
Right. So then once you went backwards to the blue, do you go back up to the other blue and then walk the line?
Yeah. So you like pivot around the circle.
Yeah, around the circle. You come like opposite side.
Yeah, I understand. That's not, yeah, I've done similar drills.
I like that drill.
Yeah. I wonder why they call it the Coyote.
Yeah, not entirely sure, but
I call this one-on-one drill I do the Tremblay, because Samuel Tremblay told me about this one-on-one drill on here. And the boys all said it was like a lot of them said it's their favorite drill. And then I had other coaches saying they saw my practice and then they started doing it and it like changed how their D played D. And it was interesting asking around, because I think that's hockey, is you figure out what to do from learning from everybody, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
So Millie, who are your line mates this week? Was it the same gals?
Yeah, so it was me at centre, Lydia on the left, and Alicia on the right.
What are the last names? Do you even know?
Lydia Lutwich and Alicia Potts.
Oh. So then you guys all play for Team Great Britain, win a gold medal, become like I call brothers for life, but sisters for life. You guys will always have that day. But now you guys go back to the mainland and buck it up against each other.
Yeah, pretty much.
Just like the men do. Yeah. It's weird playing against your friends, eh? Do you guys feel like you want to beat them even worse than strangers?
Yeah.
Me too.
I think so. I do.
I was playing Hendo's hometown in the last round robin game when I kicked the table over. And then we played them again the next day in the morning, like right after beating them, we had to play them again, which is difficult. And then went triple overtime with them after they tied it up with 16 seconds left. And then we had to play 3 more periods, tough bounce. But beating Hendo's hometown felt good to me.
Yeah.
And I also played Joey Martin's hometown. And what was neat about the small world in hockey, I walked into the arena and they have their lineup with their sponsors. Maybe my team should look into that. So hockey's not so expensive. Maybe get some sponsors. But anywho, they had this thing with the sponsors. And then there was a number 88 Martin.
No way.
Yeah. So I took a selfie with it and underlined it. And I said, any relation, Joey? And then I walk in and they had nice coaches and we got chit-chatting. And I was like, so this number 88 Martin, would he know who Joey Martin is? And they're like, yeah, that's his nephew. I'm like, I'm like, no way. And then I posted this stuff, and then the brother came and met me, and I met Joey Martin's older brother and his middle brother JJ. I won the Sutherland Cup against, and then he was there for Wally night when I spray painted myself as the goat. And then I got to meet the older brother. Rumor has it he's going to Cardiff, Wales, the older brother, with his family, June 14th for the festivities. And I thought, wow, so I'm meeting someone that's going to Cardiff June 14th. That would be really fun if we all hung out together because now we know each other, you know? So that's a small world, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
It was so weird seeing my son at a Martin 88 go into the corner and battle for a puck. I was beside myself. And he was a left-handed, skilled left-hand shot. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Joey all over.
It was interesting. He made some plays, and that was a tight game. I think we beat them by 1, but it was pretty neat, the small world, when I got to this tournament this weekend. So Miley, when was the last time you've been to Chippy Lane?
I've still never eaten from there.
That's good for you. You're trying to be an athlete.
Yeah. I've walked through it a couple times, like maybe in the last couple of months.
Yeah. Yeah, daylight, it doesn't look as good as at night.
No, probably not.
So Millie, do you have a pregame meal? I guess they were feeding it to you. You always eat the same thing, but what if you got to choose? What would you eat?
I'd probably choose some like cheesy pasta with sweet corn in it.
Really?
Yeah, I love. Yeah.
You like corn?
Yeah.
Oh,
Cheesy
okay.
pasta with sweet corn, that is wild.
Yeah.
But what's wrong with that? It's nice. And then
cheesy sweet corn.
Right.
Sweet corn, yeah.
The corn threw me for a loop there. I understood the cheesy pasta and then just throwing in corn for fun, eh?
As well.
Bit of crunch.
And Miley, what about you?
Just any kind of pasta, really. Just like get me energized.
Yeah, I used to crush a bunch of pasta and then go into food coma, and then I would eat, like if a game was at 7 at night, I'd eat at noon and then not eat again. But I would really eat.
And then I have like a banana or something.
Yeah, I have a banana before the game. Yeah.
Have you ever heard of smushing up a banana, like before you peel it?
No.
There's a kid on my team that smushes his banana before every game. He smushes it, and then it's like, I guess it like tastes different, right? Because it's smushed.
That is disgusting.
Have you tried it? How do you know?
No, but like I don't like mushy banana.
What are your teeth for then?
I don't know why he does it. He's been doing it for years, but I don't really eat banana, so I haven't tried the mushy banana. But maybe give it a whirl next time, eh?
I might have to try it. Yeah,
I'll be sure to try.
Jeepers, I gotta figure out what else. So, Millie, who was other than the gal that we talked about earlier, Ruby Newlands?
Yes.
From another country, was there any girl that was like, whoa, she's good?
Number 17 from Latvia.
Yeah.
She was fast, but although she was like little, she was strong, and yeah, she could play hockey.
And it's interesting, right? When you go to, it doesn't take long to figure out who the players are when you get out there.
No.
We found out from Petrolia, the team that beat us in the finals. They had this kid that was like big, like obviously puberty's hit him. He was like bigger than everybody, and fast and could shoot and played hard. And I'm like, okay, this guy's a handful. But anyways, that guy played well, scored goals. They won. And then his last name was the same last name as a guy I had won the Southern Cup with in Elmira in my hometown like 23 years ago. That has been to my original golf tournament that I'm having again May 24th. But anyways, I'm walking out of the arena and he goes, and I was thinking, I'm like, there can't be a relation there because I know he's from there. And then he walks in and he goes, Wally. And I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, tell me that kid's related to you. And he's like, he's my nephew. And I was like, oh. And yeah, and it was interesting. Genes are a thing, but yeah, the kid could play and he was number 17 too. And before we even played them, I had dads and kids coming up saying, we got to do something about number 17. I'm like, okay, I don't shadow players. We go and play hockey, but okay. And but he was good. You know, and he was number 17 too. But anywho. Okay. You got any questions for me while I figure out what to say next?
Yeah, what happened to your old shed? Where are you right now?
It's a long story.
Right.
It's a long story. Yeah. Different place.
Okay.
Yeah, but we got things set up here, you know?
Pretty good setup.
Yeah.
That's quite nice.
Yeah, it's not enough room for all the jerseys and posters and things, but anywho. It's definitely different. Anywho, do you girls have you ever played mini hockey?
Yes.
Yeah.
You guys have mini sticks?
Yeah, me and Miley actually played it when Miley came and stay at my house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because my boys really they love mini hockey. They played it all weekend in the hotel. They muck it right up.
Yeah, it's something else to do, isn't it? It's just quite funny.
Yeah. It's fun. So that's actually funny. I don't know why I asked about that, but it brought back a funny story because I'm in this hotel this year.
Yeah.
Getting moo-offs going. And my daughter had a tournament in a different city. And it was the same tournament as last year where I was there. And I challenged a dad from Lucan, Ontario to a mini hockey game. And then we mucked it right up in the hallway, 1-on-1. And it was fun, like really fun. And then both teams came together and started hanging out. And we've stayed in contact since. And I always said I needed another rematch. And I'm at my tournament. And my daughter's at that same hotel, same tournament. And the guy sends me a photo of the lobby and says, "Where you at?" And I was like, oh, if I was there and we got to have a rematch 1 year later, I wouldn't have been so easy on him this time, you know? I thought it was funny, though, that I was getting challenged to a mini hockey game in Brampton from a guy from a different city while I was also starting moo-offs with Sturgeon Lake. You guys should try a moo-off sometime.
Yeah. Miley, I'll have you a moo off next time I see you.
Okay. You get on all fours. You have to maintain eye contact, and whoever laughs
I'm already laughing now.
whoever laughs or smiles first loses. I'm good at coordinating the tournaments, but I'm not good at playing the moo-offs. I think it's really neat what you gals have done, and I think like winning changes things, and it brings you friends for life. And I guess that's how I could start this and have people to talk to was from winning. And you guys have all those gals forever now, eh? And it's not just the gals, it's the families that were there. I say when a team wins, everybody wins. And it's like to think how proud your parents would have been and all the parents on that team. It's pretty neat, isn't it?
Yeah.
Very.
It was very nice seeing my mum and dad very happy.
Yeah.
Right. And they probably enjoyed seeing you very happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. So way to go, eh? So Miley, you have the same D partner the whole weekend? Oh, there it is.
There it is.
I was wondering if you girls were going to be wearing your medals today.
I've got mine here.
That is pretty nice stuff right there.
Yeah, I've got mine.
You guys probably shouldn't lose those, eh? Like my German medal.
Yeah, I'm not losing this one.
No.
No, you shouldn't.
Yeah, I've got to take all mine into school because I got player of the game as well against Latvia. I've got to take mine into school and I'm doing a talk for all the teachers. So
you're talking to the teachers?
Yeah.
Shut the front door.
Yeah, on Friday I've got to do a teacher briefing to give them some good news and show them my player of the tournament. No, my player of the game trophy as well. I don't know if you can see it.
That's and that was against Latvia, the game to win it.
Yeah.
Huh. I did see a highlight of you, not from this weekend, but earlier in the season. You went in, skated by everybody, and then went in on a breakaway and did the one-handed move.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Cold.
that is ice cold, you could say.
Yeah, I was so upset that the video was quite pixelated because it was quite good.
I thought it was a clever goal, and it looked like you're pretty good at skating and doing moves. So, playing
Yeah,
hockey,
thank
I
you.
guess. Yeah.
I'll take that. I'll take that.
And Miley, I've seen you play. You muck it right up as more like a stay-at-home D-man, right? But you can
Yeah.
also put up the points and,
Try and get more assists than goals. But
right. Well,
yeah.
that's usually a D-man's job, right?
Yeah.
Move it up to the forwards and play defense.
Yeah. More like Richie, like stay at home.
Yeah. Richie has had quite the career, hasn't he? 1,000 games on the Devils, just on the Devils. Then you got all his Team Great Britain games. Then he played in Kazakhstan, and it's like, man, this guy's a machine.
Yeah.
Fun fact was I was invited back for his testimonial, and I was like, it was like right after I'd moved home. And when you started in the real world, I only got 10 days off a year, like all year. So when I have family things going on and stuff, it's like, well, I can't take days off to come yet. And I had to pass. And then when I see what these testimonials are like and how fun they are, and that I missed it, and my teammate invited me back and I wasn't there, I really hope he gets to his second, because I've never heard of that. And I think he's at like 17 years now, so they'd have to have another one for him. And you know what, Richie? I get holidays now, and I could come.
Yeah.
Millie, you got anything else before we shut it down?
No, not really.
No, I don't either. I got to get back to the real world and like work now,
That sucks.
Yeah, that is unfortunate.
It's different. It's different, I used to go and just practice and then and work out. They made me work out a lot. I wasn't into that, but they made me do it. But then you'd go muck it up with your buddies and then like go for lunch, and then your day was over. And it's not like that in the real world. And you don't get like off season where you like take months off at a time other than to like stay in shape. It's different.
It sounds it, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to have you gals on while you're in the tournament because I thought it was really neat. You were going to Latvia and playing for Team Great Britain, and then you guys go out there and win it and earn gold. I just wanted to let you gals know I was really proud of you.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Wally.
And I see, like, who you come from makes you who you are, and your parents seem very lovely too.
Yeah, they're the best.
Yeah.
So anywho, tell them to keep up the good work too, and send me some more photos of them in 2 Ales and Hockey Tales clothes if they got some.
I will do.
But I like their outfits for the finals. That's hockey.
They're bonkers, honestly.
I like it.
Crazy.
Well, congratulations, girls. And for my boys that might listen, very proud of their efforts this weekend. I couldn't have been a prouder coach. It didn't go our way this time, but you know what? There's still all Ontario's ahead,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Next thing to look forward to.
Exactly. It's go time again. And like we had practice on the Tuesday after losing Sunday. And, I thought they might come in deflated still and upset. They were so excited to be back at the rink and together. I was like, oh, they know how hard they worked. They know what they put into it. And they have nothing to hang their heads about. And they showed up for practice ready to go and ready to have fun and work hard. And I was like, oh, okay, let's go.
Yeah, that's a good mindset to have. Just keep going, and only ways up, really.
Yeah. And they had to play 6 periods before that final, and it was very difficult. And they dug down deep and had as many chances as the other team. And we ran out of gas in the third, but that, like they gave her everything they had, and that's all you can do when you muck it up, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But Millie, great background there, eh?
Yeah, it's something different, and
that's cool. Yeah.
So,
you gotta have a good background, and when you're chatting. Hey, Miley, how's that wall looking? But seriously, thanks for the catch up, and way to go writing another chapter in the Team GB Disney movie film, right?
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
And this has been another episode of Zero Ills and Hockey Tales with Millie and Miley and Wally.